Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel Tom Yoga Om. Today's class is a nice stretch for the body. We're doing a shorter class today and we're going to be focusing more on engaging into the lower hip area and into the sides of the body, and hopefully you'll feel like the energy and the flow feels good in those areas when the class is done. Let's get to it. We're going to get started in a child's pose position. So just start by bringing yourself onto your hands and your knees into tabletop. Then bring your feet together and come all the way back with your hips. And from here, before we settle down, just take a moment to make sure that your arms are nice and extended. And spread your hands out if you can, your fingers out. And then drop your elbows down and then your forehead. And start to take some deep breaths in and out. And just take that time you need to settle in. And as you breathe, allow the air to travel down to your belly and up into your chest. And exhale all of the air out nice and slow. Let's take 10 more deep breaths in and out here. And just try and find an even flow to your breath. Find a smooth inhale and a soft exhale. Keep the breath flowing in and out. And we've got about 5 breaths left. Can you try and just soften your body down into the mat with each exhale? Soften the area around the hips. Soften the area around your torso. And soften the area around your neck and your shoulders. And let's take one more deep breath in and out here. And when you're ready, just gently press into your feet and your hands and feel their weight and their pressure on the floor. And on an inhale, just lift your head up and walk your hands as far forward as you can so that you're stretching into the sides of your body. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lower your torso down. And on these next 2 breaths, breathe into the sides of your body. Expand into that space as you inhale. And feel it soften and relax and stretch as you exhale. One more breath in and out like that. And after that second exhale, lift up onto your fingertips. Walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat and walk your left hand out a little bit further. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, relax your body down. Take 2 deep breaths and breathe into the left side of your belly and the left side of your chest. And exhale to feel that space soften. Let's actually take 2 more deep breaths in and out here. Feel like you're inflating a balloon on that left side of your body and exhaling to feel it deflate. And to feel your body soften. One more breath like that. And then inhale, lift your head up, come back up onto those fingertips. Walk your hands over to the other side. Take a big breath in. And exhale to sink down. Notice how your body feels on this opposite side. And take 3 deep breaths in and out here. Breathing into the right side of the body, the right side of the belly, the right side of the rib cage. Inhaling to inflate the space. Exhaling to feel it soften. And take 1 more breath in and out here. Good, and when you're ready, walk your hands back to the front of your mat. Press into the tops of your feet and gently lift yourself up. Now, it's often after coming up from a child's pose that we feel like our feet are a little bit dead and a little bit heavy. So to alleviate that, something you can do is just give them a bit of a tap. And then stop. And tuck your toes under. Bring your hands underneath your hands underneath your shoulders. Bit of a tongue twister today. As you inhale, drop your belly down, bend your elbows in towards your hips, and open your chest up. Let your chest kind of shine forward as you breathe in. And as you exhale, we're going to flatten the feet out and press the hands into the floor, round our back up to the ceiling. Just keep rolling like this. So tucking the toes under and just integrating an extra little stretch into the toes and the arches of the feet as we breathe in. Chest shining forward. And exhaling to press the floor away. And just take 1 more big breath in and out like that. So inhaling, opening up. And exhaling to press away. Good, and from here, we're going to extend the right leg back behind us, come up onto the left fingertips, and before we do anything, just move your heel forwards and backwards, stretch into your hamstring, and when you're ready, press into your right hand, your left knee, your left foot, and lift your right leg up off the floor. Engage the muscles of the glutes, and extend your left arm out in front of you, take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring the left elbow and the right knee together, and round your back up to the ceiling. And then inhale, extend and engage the glute muscle. And exhale to bring it together. And last one, big breath in. And a smooth breath out. Good, and then from here, bring your limbs back down onto the floor. And keep your right leg extended. What we're going to do is lift our right leg up off the floor. And see if you can kind of bring the toes a little bit closer towards your glute. And then sweep your right arm around to hold on to that right foot. Your left arm around, to hold on to that right foot. And before you do anything else, kick your right foot into your left hand. And then round your back into kind of like a cow position. And take 2 deep breaths in and out. See if you can engage the muscles of your glutes still here. 1 more breath. And then slowly drop your right leg down, come down onto your hands and your knees. From here, I'll move to the right side so you can see me. We're going to turn our left foot out to the left side. And we're going to step our right foot back in alignment with our left hand and our left knee. So it's one nice long line with the left hand, the right knee. Left hand, left knee, and the right foot. We're going to sweep our right arm up to the ceiling, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, reach your hand to the front of the mat. Good, take a big breath in. And exhale, extend. And 1 more big breath in. Press that foot into the floor and reach over with your right hand. Good, sweep your right arm up, big breath in. And exhale to bring the hand down onto the floor. Good, then step your left foot back. And just notice immediately that it probably doesn't feel as open as your right leg. And when you're ready, come up onto your right fingertips. And just start by lifting that left leg up. And again, engaging the glute muscle. So engaging the muscles, the butt muscles, and extending your right arm out in front of you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring the limbs together. Round your back to the ceiling. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And last one. Inhale and exhale. Good, and then drop your limbs back down onto the floor. Step your left leg back and just move the heel forwards and backwards. Make sure it feels okay. And then engage your glutes and lift your left leg up off the floor. Bend your left knee. Try to get your left foot to touch your left glute. Then lift your right arm up and sweep it back. Hold onto the foot and kick the foot into the hand. Round your belly towards the floor like you're in a cow position and hold here for 2 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. And after that second exhale, release your limbs back down onto the floor. And this time just take your right foot out to the right side and step your left leg back. So you're drawing one nice long line from that right hand to the right knee to the right foot. Sweep your left arm up, take a big breath in. And exhale, extend to the front of your mat. Good, if it feels okay for your neck, have a go at looking up towards your left armpit. Breathe here. And exhale, extend. And take one more full breath in and out. Good, then inhale, sweep your left arm up. Windmill it back down onto the floor. Come back into your tabletop position. And let's just do 3 more cat-cows, tucking the toes under as we breathe in. And rounding the back to the ceiling, flattening the feet out as we breathe out. 2 more. Just focus on opening up into the chest and noticing how the spine is moving and feeling today. And last one. Good. We're just going to turn our hands to point back towards our knees and just bob your hips back towards your, we say bob in Australia, but like rock your hips back towards your heels to stretch into your forearms. And the last little stretch on the floor we're going to do here is to bring the feet together, the knees together, and walk the hands back towards the heels. Lift the knees up off the floor. Take a big breath in and exhale, lower down. Come forward onto your hands and your knees. And from here, bend your elbows inwards as you lower yourself down onto your torso, onto your belly. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and drive your elbows back as you lift your chest up into a back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And exhale, lower down. And we're going to do that 2 more times. And just focus on the breath here. So elbows back, shoulder blades together, breathing in. And exhale, lower down. And 1 more big breath in. And a big breath out. Good. Tuck your toes under, power up into a plank or a tabletop. And as you exhale, come back into your downward facing dog and bend your knees pretty generously to begin with. When you're ready, start to bend your knees left to right and just gently check in with how the hamstrings feel as you do this. And make sure everything feels all right. And then allow your shoulders to slide towards your hips. Broaden your shoulders away from your ears and your neck. And let's just start with a pretty generous bend in the knees. As you inhale, we're going to roll our body forward into a plank. And we're flowing here. Drop those hips down a little bit, engage the glutes. And as you exhale, press your hips up and come back into a nice gentle down dog. 2 more. Inhaling, rocking forward, engaging the glutes. And exhaling, rocking back, downward facing dog. And 1 more. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed, breathing in, engaging the glutes. And exhale, down dog. Very good. When you're ready, lift that left leg up, take a big breath in. And from here, bend the left knee, bring the left foot over to the right side of your body, the right side of the mat. And just find the stretch from the hand, that left hand to the left knee. Take 1 more big breath in. Deepen the stretch a little bit more. And as you exhale, step your foot to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee to the ground. Flatten the back foot out on the floor. And press into that back foot as you sweep your arms up. Feel the strength from pressing into that back foot. As you exhale, sink your hips down. And start to focus on your feet. Inhale, look up to your hands. And exhale, sink down, press into your feet. And 1 more full breath in. And a full breath out. Good. We're going to inhale and extend up. And as you exhale, bring your right hand onto your left knee, your left hand behind you, and look towards your left side. Engage your glute muscles again. Take a breath into your belly and into your chest. And as you exhale, twist deeper. Take one more breath here. And then inhale back to center, sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, float your hands down onto the floor. And from here, we're going to step back into a plank. And then we're going to drop our heels down to the right side and lift our left arm up for a side plank. And we're not going to be here for long, so just do your best to hold yourself up. If you need a bit of support, drop that bottom knee down. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, step your top foot, your left leg, to the halfway point in your mat. Good. Bring your left hand, that top hand, down onto the left knee, and slowly drop your hips down onto the floor. Extend your left arm out in front of you. Out over the top of that right leg. And what you're looking for is a stretch in the right side of the body. So if you can feel it there, you're doing great. Press your right foot away from you. Think of extending it away. Big breath in, big breath out. And then pressing into the fingers of that right hand so that the weight is dispersed evenly. Sweep your left arm up to the ceiling. And as you do so, press into that bottom foot and lift yourself up. Float your hands down onto the floor and come back down onto your belly for your cobras. Draw those elbows back, squeeze the shoulders together as you lift up, and press into the feet now and engage the glute muscles as well. So by pressing into the feet, these glutes should engage. And then exhale, lower down. Two more. Big breath in. And slow breath out. And last one, so drawing those elbows back, squeezing the shoulders together, and pressing the feet down, engaging the glutes. Big breath in. And big breath out. Good. Tuck the toes under. Inhale up into a plank or a tabletop. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling your knees out left to right. And when you're ready, drop those shoulders towards your hips. Broaden your shoulders away from your neck. And just find a little bit of stretch here in your hamstrings. They're not the focus today, so don't be afraid to bend those knees. When you're ready, take a big breath in, lift your right leg up. And then bend the knee and bring that right foot over to the left side of your body, the left side of your mat. Take one more big breath in. Find the stretch from the hand to the knee on that right side. And on your next inhale, lift that right knee up a little higher to deepen the stretch. And exhale, step that right foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee to the ground. I'm going to fix my phone recorder. And before you lift up, press into the back of your foot and then sweep your arms up. Take a big breath in. Good. Find the strength in your feet. So pressing down firmly into that front foot, pressing into the back foot, and just sinking the hips. Have a go at looking up. Two more breaths here. And one more. Good. And then inhale, reach and extend up. And as you exhale, bring your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Your right hand onto your lower back, twisting to that right side. Then breathe into your belly, breathe into your chest. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Hold here for 2 breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Twisting a little deeper if it feels okay for your spine. And one more. Big breath in. And big breath out. Good. Then inhale back to center. Sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, float your hands down onto the ground, onto the mat. Good. Step your right foot back into your side plank, lifting your right arm up. Holding here for 2 breaths. If it feels okay for the neck, look up to that top hand. If you feel a pinching in that right shoulder, turn your palm to face the front of your mat and try and draw that shoulder blade down towards your hips. Take one more big breath in and a big breath out. And then step your right foot to the halfway point in your mat. Take another big breath in Right hand drops down onto the right knee and slowly lower your hips down. Oh, this side feels tight for me. Extend your left arm out in front of you. And if you're feeling a lot of pressure in that left hand, try and press a little more into your fingertips. Just allow the left side of the body to stretch and open. One more breath. Big breath in, big breath out. And then inhale, reach that right arm up, lift your hips up as you do so, and sweep your hand forward, lower yourself down onto your belly, onto your torso. Good, drive those elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the feet into the floor and engage the glutes as you lift up. And reach your chest forward now, so kind of imagine that you're pulling your whole rib cage forward as you inhale, lift up. Can you feel that stretch in your upper back? And as you exhale, lower down. Good, try and do the same thing, but for your upper back. So you're reaching the upper back forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together, engaging the glutes, pressing the feet down, driving the elbows back, and exhaling to lower down. And one more. Breathing in, elbows back, shoulder blades together, feet pressing down, glutes engaged, chest reaching forward, and exhale, lower down. Nice. From here, tuck the toes under, press yourself up and do a tabletop. And as you exhale, bring your knees together and just gently come back into your child's pose. Make a little cushion for your forehead with your hands. You could draw like a fist with two hands and bring your forehead onto that cushion. Just allow your body to soften here with that extra bit of support. Let's take 3 more breaths. Soften through your lower back. Soften through your body, your torso, your upper back, your middle back. And on this last breath, soften through the shoulders and the neck. Good. We're going to hold here for a moment longer. Just before we come up, I want you to pay attention to the space underneath you. So notice the weight of your arms on the floor. Notice the weight of your right hand, your right arm, your left hand, your left arm. Notice the weight of your knees, your shins and your feet. And just be curious about where you are pressing down the most with your body weight. Where do you feel the most weight of your body pressing down? It's probably around the middle of the body, so around the knees. Do you feel like you're pressing down evenly between the left and the right sides of your body though? And can you even them out? And does evening them out feel good, or does it feel wrong? Just take a breath in and out to explore that and adjust in a way that suits your body. And then really slowly, we're going to press into our arms and lift our bodies up. The last little pose we're going to do here is we're going to stretch into our feet, which we wouldn't really close a class with, but I think it's a really good way to kind of get the last little bit of energy into our body before we come down and relax. So what I'd like you to do is take yourself into a tabletop position. Bring your knees and your ankles together and tuck your toes under. See if you can keep your ankles and your big toes connected as you press yourself back into Virasana, Thunderbolt Pose. And just sit on your heels and feel the stretch in the arches of your feet. If this is too much for you, that's totally okay. Please just simply rock yourself to a position where you feel like it's manageable and you're not straining to be here. Otherwise, sit back and we're going to try and relax. Let's take a big breath into your belly and into your chest and take your hands onto your belly. One onto your belly, one onto your chest. Breathe in. And as you exhale, soften through the shoulders, soften around the neck. On your next inhale, start to imagine that your spine is growing a little bit taller that it's lengthening up. And exhale, soften the shoulders, soften the neck. 3 more breaths. Find some stillness here. Close your eyes, or if you don't like doing that, just look down at the floor and soften your gaze. Tuning the outside world out. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Take a gentle breath in. And a nice and slow breath out. Good. And when you're ready, just gently release your hands down onto your thighs. And again, we're going to finish how we started. Come into your tabletop position and just tap your feet out again. Should feel nice and relieved. If you need to do more, do more. Otherwise, cross your ankles over and come to a seat. And from here, we're going to scoot our bodies forward and come all the way down onto our backs. And let's just take a moment to make yourselves comfortable, make yourself comfortable. Take one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your belly, and take a big breath into the front of your body. So breathing in, feeling those hands rise up. And let's just start with an exhale out of the mouth and a softening down. Keep going, breathing in and exhaling out. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Good, and just feel your body soften here. We're going to close the class with 10 deep breaths. And I encourage you to count down from 10 to 1 for this Shavasana. And see if you can keep your attention focused inwards on your body. And on its weight as it presses down and relaxes into the floor. See if there's anywhere else you can soften. Anywhere else you can let go. Take 5 more breaths here. And then take one final big breath in. And a long breath out. And then when you're ready, start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And gently begin to wake your body up. And just let that movement grow into a nice stretch. Take whatever stretch feels good for you. Breathe it in. And as you exhale, just curl yourself up into a bit of a ball, so bringing the knees in, tucking the chin up off the floor, and rolling over onto your right side. Just taking a breath or two here, just to check in, to make sure everything feels okay. And when you're ready, press yourself up into a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Take your hands onto your knees or into your lap or at heart center. And just take a big breath into your belly, a big breath into your chest. And a long exhale out. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. Namaste.